Howdy partners, today we're saddling up and riding out into the wild wild west as I count down the top 10 western movies of all time. From gun-slinging shootouts to epic showdowns of the frontier, these films have captured the spirit of the American West like no others. So get ready for a good time as we round up the best of the West.
Get the money to the bank on Thursday.
And then you are free and clear.
Number 10. Hell or High Water 2016. After the mother's illness, adult brothers Tanner and Toby Howard, both penniless, embark on a spree of masked bank holdups in West Texas. Their goal is to pay off the $40,000 reverse mortgage loan on their family ranch, which will foreclose if not made in full. Toby wants to leave the ranch to his two sons for financial security, who he never sees after his wife's divorce. Tanner and Toby believe it is poetic justice to achieve their goal by paying Texas Midlands with their own money. However, their different temperaments may pose problems, with Tanner being tempestuous and impetuous, while Toby is more introspective. Meanwhile, Texas Ranger Marcus Hamilton and his second-in-command Alberto Parker are investigating the holdups, with Hamilton's actions often exacerbating Parker's frustration.
Man's name is Tom Cheney, and I need somebody to go after him.
What's your name?
My name is Maddie Ross.
Number 9. True Grit 2010. 14-year-old farm girl Maddie Ross is determined to capture her father's killer, Tom. She hires Reuben, a tough U.S. Marshal with true grit, to help her. Despite Reuben's drinking, sloth, and reprobate character, she joins him on a journey into the Indian nations to find Tom. They are joined by Texas Ranger LeBeouf, who wants Tom for his own purposes. The unlikely trio faces danger and surprises, each testing their grit.
It's probably cheaper just to let me rob the damn thing.
Number 8. 310 to Yuma 2007. Rancher Dan Evans is in Bisbee to resolve land sales issues when he witnesses a stagecoach robbery led by outlaw Ben Wade. Wade is captured by law enforcement and Evans becomes one of the escorts, taking Wade to the 310 to Yuma train in contention for $200. Evans' mission is to save Wade's land and to prove himself to his son William Evans. The journey to contention is hazardous, filled with Indian ambushes, Wade's vengeful gang pursuits, and Wade's conniving demeanor.
She's afraid of me, you, him, all of us. Their families told them we'd rape them.
Number 7. The Magnificent Seven 1960. Ruthless Calvera's bandits raid Mexican villages, leaving barely enough to survive after a hard harvest. Hilario and his neighbors decide to deputize a trio and sell their last treasures to buy guns. They meet gun hero Chris Larrabee Adams, who challenges them with their budget and suggests hiring men for the job. They assemble a team of 7, including Chico, who is invited by the village. The men are given basic training, and Calvera's first attack is unexpected. The villagers reconsider their commitment to Calvera's revenge, and knaves and females are drawn into the effort, increasing the Seven's motivation.
What make a man brave a blizzard and kill in cold blood?
Number 6. The Hateful Eight 2015. After the Civil War, a stagecoach travels through the wintry Wyoming with bounty hunter John Ruth and his captive Daisy chasing Red Rock. Along the way, they encounter bounty hunter Major Warren and Red Rock's new sheriff, Chris Mannix. Lost in a blizzard, they seek refuge at Minnie's Haberdashery, where they encounter unfamiliar faces like Bob, Red Rock Hangman, Mowbray, Cowpuncher Joe Gage, and Confederate General Sanford Smithers. As the storm overtakes the mountainside, the 8 travelers realize they might not make it to Red Rock. Number 5. A Fistful of Dollars, 1964. A taciturn, amoral sharpshooter enters the border town of San Miguel, surrounded by feuding families, the Baxters and the Rojos. The town offers a lucrative opportunity for profit, and the nameless stranger embarks on a dangerous mission to play each gang off against the other in a deadly battle of wits. How far is a man willing to go for a fistful of dollars?
My guess is you're calling yourself Mr. William Money. How about being my partner?
Number 4. Unforgiven, 1992. Delilah Fitzgerald and her co-workers seek revenge in Big Whiskey after escaping death. Sheriff Little Bill Daggett's insufficient justice leads former outlaw William Money on a murderous mission to find the perpetrators. Money, along with Ned Logan and this Caulfield kid, enters a dangerous world he has renounced years ago, knowing he is in a deadly trap. He must raise his motherless children while navigating the dangerous world of blood. The story explores the roles of the hero and villain in the pursuit of justice.
They playing your ass for a fool.
Number 3. Django Unchained, 2012. 2 years before the Civil War, German bounty hunter Dr. King Schultz arrives in America to capture the Brittle brothers, who are outlaws. He meets Django, a freed slave and tracker who aims to rescue his wife Broomhilda from Calvin Candy, a ruthless plantation owner. Together, they team up to capture some of the most wanted men in the South. Django's mission is to free Broomhilda from the treacherous slave trade before it's too late. They arrive at Candy's plantation, Candyland, where slaves are groomed for gladiator-like competitions by Billy Crash. However, as they plan a daring escape, Candy's house slave Stefan discovers their plan and informs his master of the betrayal. A clandestine organization attempts to back them into a corner, and Django and Dr. Schultz must come out with pistols blazing if they hope to free Broomhilda from Candyland and its vile proprietor. Number 2. Once Upon a Time in the West, 1968. Sweetwater, an isolated Irish settlement, attracts widows and desperados due to a twist of fate. Frank, an unscrupulous gun-for-hire, tries to fulfill Mordon's aspirations, while Harmonica, a taciturn stranger, arrives. As greed and ambition test loyalty, hidden personal agendas become a health risk, especially when the past returns with vengeance. The question remains, can redemption be found in revenge?
What would happen if somebody were to blow up that bridge?
Number 1. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 1966. As the Union Army advances and Confederate forces retreat, two drifters, Blondie and Tuco, devise a money-making scheme. However, the promise of a gold cache in Sad Hill Cemetery turns them into enemies. The treasure is unknown, and the scent of profit attracts treacherous mercenary Angel Eyes. In Civil War-torn America, the three antagonists must find the treasure together, enduring torture and double crosses. Who can escape the inevitable Mexican standoff under the sun?